Yo, what's happening, everybody? You know who it is. Coming to you. It's been about a week, but haven't been really feeling the greatest. I'll be honest with you. A little bit under the weather, but fighting through it. So tonight I wanted to bring you a quick one. I only have one packet of this, so we're only going to do one. These are from Mama, M-A-M-A. Hot and spicy flavor, Oriental style instant noodles. Looks good. Great little package. A lot of stuff in the ingredients. So basically, there it is. What we got is the noodles. Already cooked those bad boys. Get some great heat going off of them, of course. And then, the packets. We got the garnish. There it is. Mama's garnish, right? And then Mama's powder. So again, on this pack, look, there's a piece right here. It separates right there. So there's one piece and then a bigger piece. This is powder over here. And this is powder. So they're both powders. On this side, it does say chili powder. If you can kind of read that right up in there, chili powder. On the other side, I don't know what it's saying, to be honest with you. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure what we're diving into, but we're going to do both powders. I don't know. And like I've always said, the powders on these instant noodles are the hottest. Hands down. I've tried enough now, in my opinion. I feel like I can just say that, you know what I mean? That the powder influence on these instant ramens are hotter than the liquid type heat enhancers, if you want to say. So I can't get this second one open all the way. I wanted to try to show you what the difference is. So there's 1 and 2. Let's just see. That's the main one going in. Smells good. So I can visually see it. I can visually see that everything's gone out of both those packets. And let's see if I can show you real quick. So if you look to my left, so right in here, that came from the smaller portion of that pack, or the slimmer portion. And then the bigger portion is right up in here, all the middle part. Visually, I can see the difference. You can see a little bit how to my left, probably to your right, you can see this right here is much more infused with something. But that's what it is. Smells great. It has a good smell to it. And again, the key to these instant ramens for the heat, to really get the good heat off of what these are trying to do, you got to drain all the water out of it, out of the noodles when you cook them. I cook them with a good amount of water. I like to have a good proportion of water to the amount of nudes that I have in there. Cooks them faster and better, and all around does a little bit better of a job. But then I drain out that excess water. There's no excess water in here right now at all. I mean, I could hold this bowl up, and there's no water gonna coming out of here. So I think, to be honest, that's part of the key to get them hotter, especially with these chili, with the powder infused heat regimen, right? The ones that have a liquid, and I've put a good amount of broth in there, or water left with it, and then it creates the broth. It does pack a nice punch with that. You know what I'm saying? Powder, I don't know. I think the powder is designed to stick to these noodles. Look how clumpy they are, as opposed to when I was the first time I showed you the noodles when they were hot, you know, by themselves. I mean, these are just clumping up. Anyways, let's get to it. Here's the garnish. Good amount, right? Good amount of garnish there. I like that. There's good amount. Gonna create a little. So these noodles are looking really good right now. They're very, they're not coming apart much at all. So I might have drained a little bit too much broth out of them. I don't know. We're gonna find out. Because they're not coming apart real well at all. But nonetheless, let's try them. See what we got. They're clumping up a lot, so this is gonna be a tough video. Look at those. Let's try it. Good flavor. I feel like I always say that, but they are. These particular noodles didn't say a flavor other than spicy flavor. That's good. There we go. But I am getting a little bit of a seafood note to them. And I'm not, you know, I'm thinking that that's partly because of the garnish here. I'm not 100% sure. But I am getting a little bit of a seafood flavor. Yeah, the overall flavor on these are really good. I'd eat these again. Ooh, getting a good amount of powder toward the end on some of those. They have a decent coloration to them. But you can see how thick that powder is. And the instant ramens like this that I'm experimenting with and trying and doing my videos, what I've found is that all the ones with the powder form of the heat to them, good enough. See, I'm hungry. I want to eat another bowl. I would devour another bowl of that. As far as how much food that is, right? That is a good. That's probably more than what I actually need. Again, there they are. But and it does say so 190 calories, right? And it does say serving sizes too per pack. So I don't know if that feeds to Americans. And I hope that doesn't come across as, in a weird way, because it kind of sounded like it would. I didn't mean it to be that way, but that wouldn't feed me and the girl I'm seeing, right? I mean, it could, right? But I don't feel like there's enough nutrients in there. There's just not enough to tackle the next day with that. But 2 for just me would be good, right? I can be okay with 1. So, but heat level, it's about a 2 or a 3, maybe not even that. My head's not warm. I'm not flush. My nose is ramped up just a small amount, but not enough to run, of course. My lips are feeling the most of it, but they're not even as much as some of the other noodles I've done, or, really even a lot of the hotter things I've ever eaten, like the Pocky chips. Of course, those on the lips are hotter. But I think that's a good choice for me to include in the series I'm doing with all the different noodles that I'm trying to buy and find and get. It has an itch. It's in there. And what else I'm finding real quick before we exit the video, because I appreciate everybody for watching, but I think I've talked about it. I keep talking about it. I'm going to keep talking about it because I think it's true. I believe it's true, is that anytime the heat enhancement on these noodles is in powder form as opposed to liquid form, it is hotter instantly. Now, that doesn't mean that they're not putting enough in here, because I'd say the 2 times spices are hotter than that, and that's a liquid form one. But all the other powder ones I've had have been hotter than any liquid one I've tried. So there's that. But that is just underneath the 2 times spicy, if you want to get in there. But what I was getting at, what I'm also think I'm finding, is that I enjoy the powder version of the heat enhancer flavor-wise more too. It tastes a little more organic, a little more natural, if you will. I think sometimes the liquid stuff, who knows what else has been added to it. But who knows what's been added to this? I don't know. I'm just going off of my feeling and my taste. And my taste is telling me that not only is it hotter in powder form, but it's also tastier in powder form on the noodles. And we're strictly talking about noodles here. We're not talking about hot sauce to Pow Pows, right? Because they each have their own thing. Well, I'm talking about noodles. If I was gonna enhance my own noodles, like if I had just the generic top ramen packet, beef packet, boom boom, there's no added heat packet in there. You know what I'm talking about? Your little cup of noodles and shit. Yes, then I feel like I could incorporate this, where a hot sauce that I added to it will enhance it. But if I added a good pow pow to it, it's going to enhance it better for both flavor and heat. So we'll get at you tomorrow. I got one more. I got about 6 more I want to do before I have another couple coming. I'm trying to just find the odd, random stuff. Stuff that nobody's reviewed or seen. Whether or not it needs to be reviewed or seen, I don't know. That's for you guys to decide who watch my videos, and for me to decide. But with all the other noodles that I have done, this one fits its place. It's in there. It's not the least hot I've ever had. So it's got some kick to it, a little spice. Good. So anyways, thank you guys for watching. It's been your #1 hot sauce guy. We'll get at you tomorrow or next day, or here in the next couple of days. Still a little bit under the weather. Still fighting a little something, and we'll get to it. And then we'll hopefully get back to a regiment of daily or every other day, and knock some of this shit out, because I got the 5 or 6 noodles I talked about, plus some hot sauces to review, plus I got another good maker. She's sending me some samples yesterday, so those will be here quickly, and I want to get to those. I don't want to sit on those too long, because I appreciate her sending those to me, and that's big for me. Makes me feel like what I'm doing is actually resonating to some people, and actually building some traction. And so I don't want to rest on those too long, but I don't want to do them too quick either. I want to be in the right mind state, and I want to be able to do them right. So, but then I got, some other challenges, man. Still just a bunch of shit, man. It's just, I want to get back to a normal life where, I just go to work, and bust my ass and do good, and then, come home and rest easy mentally and physically, right? And so that I can make these videos in a good mental state and a good physical state, and not saying that work is causing that, but it's everybody knows, man, it's tough. The American way of life is tough, man. It isn't all cracking marbles. You know what I'm saying? There's trials and tribulations, no matter who you are, where you are, and what you're doing. But anyways, that's been your number one hustle, Scott. Man, I get to rambling. Somebody comment that they like my rambling. If you make it this far into the fucking video and you actually watched from start to finish, you know what I mean? 16 and a half minute video. Ain't that bad. I love you. We'll see you.